I like motherfucking moaning.
My bitch is bad and bullshit, bad. Cooking up dope with a Uzi. My niggas are savage, ruthless. We got 30s and 100 rounds too.
Okay, what's up everyone? It's Dashi Ima and I'm here with another video. The anti-haul is pretty much trending on YouTube, so I was like, why not try? Why not, join the wave? See what's popping, what's up with the anti-haul. So I watch a lot of reviews, and it's not necessarily like I guess it's negative for the brand, but it's not like people people degrading or just flat out bashing these brands. It's literally just people telling me like why this isn't worth my money. Not that the brand as a whole is terrible, but this specific product, like, is it really worth my money? Like, should I just join it because of the hype type stuff? Like, that's pretty much what the anti-haul is about. So no way am I really bashing any of these brands. Kinda not, but yeah, we're gonna see. We're just gonna get into it. Okay, so the first thing I want to spend my coins on is this Urban Decay heat palette. And the only reason why is because of the price of it. I do not feel like it's worth that much money, simply because you can literally find those colors in other cheaper palettes. Like, you could probably get those from a NYX, like a drugstore type brand, for a hell of a lot cheaper. I'm a huge fan of the Urban Decay Naked series palettes, especially the first and the second one, but this specific heat palette is like, I can get these colors, like these copper colors are nothing extravagant. Like, I don't need to spend $50 on these copper colors. Like, all these colors I have mixed in other palettes, therefore it's not worth my money. I don't know how I can get that out. It's not worth my money. So I'm not about to spend money on things that I already have, especially if it's that expensive. Maybe if this was a cheaper palette, I might join the wave. But basically, a lot of this stuff I wouldn't buy simply because it's not worth the money. I don't feel like I would get enough bang for my buck with this heat palette. Like, these coppers, like these colors, like a lot of these brands are making the same colors. Like, it's becoming a bit redundant. And it's like, you just put all of these colors together, making the marketing and the branding look brilliant, so it makes you feel like you have to get it because the marketing just made it look so extravagant. It's like, all these colors you can go get at your local drugstore, like at your Ulta or your Target or your Walmart. Like, these colors are not that bomb. So I would not get the Urban Decay heat palette because it just doesn't look worth my money. Like, I got those colors already. So next thing is the Too Faced glitter palette. Mind you, I love Too Faced. Like, I love Too Faced. But this palette, none of these glitters even look like they're flattering for all skin types. Like, these are colors that, first of all, the colors look random. They don't really like come together. Like, I don't feel like I get a lot of looks for it. Like, I don't know. Like, a whole glitter palette, I don't know about that. Simply because you have to buy like a whole nother palette for your transition colors and things like that. Like, I like palettes that have, your shimmers, your sheers, your mattes, things of that nature. But just a whole glitter palette, and then it's a whole bunch of glitters that don't even look, the colors don't even look that appealing. Like, it doesn't, like, I just feel like if they made the glitters better colors, more wearable colors, then I would be all for it. But none of these colors look like, oh my god, I need this glitter palette. Like, this glitter powder is the bomb. And I bet you I can find pressed powders for a much cheaper price with another brand. So I'm just saying, like, those colors don't look that good. So I probably wouldn't waste my money on that. So yeah, on to the next. Another thing is Jeffree Star. This is pretty much self-explanatory. No woman of color or person of color should be purchasing Jeffree Star products, simply because he said terrible things about black people in his past and he has not apologized for it. That's simply the only reason. If he would have apologized for this and said that he's wrong, then nobody would be bringing up Jeffree Star's past. Honestly, that's the only reason that why his past has been dragging on, is because he hasn't apologized for it. And then when somebody brings it up, a person of color brings it up, like, all you gotta do is apologize for this and we could get over this. He just blocks them and calls them a rat and they're broke. And it's like, just apologize and we can get over it. Like, I'm a firm believer that people change. Like, people change for the better. Everybody's past does not define them, especially if you have moved forward and shown growth. But if you're not showing growth, you're not showing, like, you feel like what you did was wrong or nasty and that you need to apologize. But when people break it up, you just be like, you're just bringing drama. I don't feel like I'm not about to support a brand that doesn't support me. Like, if you're not a supportive person for women of color, like, why would I waste my coins? So, and it's not like the side of that, none of his products look like to die for. Like, I just have to get this liquid lipstick, or I just have to get this eyeshadow. None of it is nothing I would that I would be like dying to spend my money on. So yeah, if he wasn't, you know, so hesitant or so, I don't know, if he wasn't so, you know, don't just like a negative person when it comes to his past and not apologizing for the terrible things that he has said about women of color, I might be on the Jeffree Star board, because he seems like cool people. Like, he's not a drama filled person. He doesn't, you know, I don't feel like Jeffree Star is drama, or that he just wakes up looking for shit to talk about, people to mess with. I feel like he's very honest, but this specific thing that he did in his past, like, I don't feel like Jeffree Star is necessarily a bad person. He's a person that did bad things and refuses to apologize for it. Maybe because he realized what he said was just so nasty, I guess, and he don't want to bring it up anymore. But it's like, this is going to be brought up until you apologize for it, dude. Like, and at this point, it's kind of too late, because many people of color in the beauty industry have brought it up, like, apologize for this, like, and he's just blocked them or called them a rat or a broke. Like, it's like, dude, just apologize so we can get on. But I would not be giving Jeffree Star my coins. I'm gonna, you know, give my coins to somebody who's a fan of black women. So if you're a fan of black women, you know, you're gonna get some of these coins. Okay, you're gonna get some of these coins. All right. The thing is Kylie Cosmetics, simply because all of her shit, all of her lipsticks, I can get that shit at ColourPop for the $6. I'm not spending $18, $40 on a liquid lipstick that ColourPop sells for twice as less as that she sells. Second, I don't want to spend my money on any Kardashian products. My next product was going to be the Kardashian contour stuff, you know, contour sticks she got going on. Mind you, shout out to Kim Kardashian for those sticks, because a lot of those contour shades are a lot darker than some of these popular brands, because a lot of these popular brands clearly don't believe that dark skinned people exist, or black women at all. So they, you know, their shades range from tan to ashy, and it's just like, what about the chocolates? You know, what about us? But Kim Kardashian, I'm gonna condone her, because, you know, she got some shades in there for some chocolate girls. So I'm here for that. But Kardashians, y'all not getting my coins. I'm just not spending money on no Kardashians, okay? I'm gonna spend my money on some real black women, okay? I'm just not gonna fall a victim to be a Kardashian stan, because none of the things that in their beauty lines, Kim or Kylie, none of it is like, oh my, I just need this. It's just, it has a Kardashian name on it. That's why people are hyping it up so much. Mind you, if this was any other just regular indie brand, nobody would give a fuck. But since it's a Kardashian, it's overhyped. Everything they do is overhyped. So when they breathe, it's overhyped. The way they dress, walk, their hair, like everything about a Kardashian is overhyped. And I've just never been a Kardashian stan. Nothing against them. It's just like, they don't really interest me enough to want to just be all supportive for them, and with, like, they're not that impressive to me. I don't know. People don't really impress me a lot. So I don't know, maybe that's what it is. Okay, so I won't be buying anything from Kylie Cosmetics or this Kardashian contour sticks coming out. So yeah, that's on the list of things I won't be purchasing. Another thing is the Farsali oil, whatever the fuck it's, however the fuck you pronounce it. That shit looks so fucking dumb. Like, people literally just use things just for the hype, just because it's popping. Like, I can tell by the way, like, all the tutorials I've been seeing over the past months of people using that damn oil, that is something, an unnecessary step in your makeup routine. Literally unnecessary. Like, do you really need that shit in your life? First of all, the shit is expensive, so we're gonna start there. So you spending money on this expensive ass oil for fucking what? Because the bottle is pretty, it got a nice dropper, it's all over Instagram. Like, this shit is a waste of money, and it's a waste of time. Like, that's literally an unnecessary step in your makeup routine. Just get you some damn oil, get you a nice moisturizer, and boom, you're good to go. I would never spend my money on that bullshit. Like, it just looks waste. It just looks like a waste of time. It's just like, why the fuck am I spending $50 on fucking oil? On oil, my dude. Like, people need to quit just buying shit just because it's popular. Like, that shit is so whack. You really just buying into hype. Like, people are really becoming slaves to stuff that they see on TV and social media, and it's like, you don't have to get something just because somebody popular gets it. Like, really, you're spending $50 on oil. Really sit there and think about that. Oil. That is so, and makeup itself is already expensive, and then you're gonna spend your money on some damn oils. $50 though? Nah, y'all can have that. Another thing is the Natasha Denona new Star palettes. First of all, anything Natasha Denona I will not be spending my coins on, because she's smoking some real shit. First of all, her palettes are no less than like $120. Like, every time I look at the price of her palettes, I'm just like, girl, fuck you. Like, what makes you think somebody finna buy this? Like, no. Ain't no eyeshadow palette worth more than about $50 in my eyes. $50 is even pushing it. No matter how pigmented, no matter how great the variety of your eyeshadows are, $50 is pushing it. Because at the end of the day, when I'm tired of that palette, I'm going to buy another one, and I'm going to buy another one. So if I'm spending $50 on multiple, that's adding up. Let alone if I'm spending $1, one eyeshadow palette that's like $150. Like, what the fuck? First of all, every time I see somebody review that palette, the colors look gorgeous, but they look so chalky, like they get so much fallout. Like, I understand the colors are beautiful and you probably took your time with the formula, but first of all, they don't look worth it simply just because they look like they get a lot of fallout. But the colors look beautiful. But that's not enough for me to spend $100-something on one eyeshadow palette. Like, $100, that's a foundation, that's a lipstick, that's maybe a brush. I don't know. That's like, I don't know. You can get a lot with $150. Not a lot, but you can get more than one goddamn eyeshadow palette. You can get an eyeshadow palette and a foundation and a brush with $150. Not one goddamn eyeshadow palette. Don't nobody use one eyeshadow palette that much that they just need to spend $100-something for it. Like, only the people that I see that actually love that shit are people who got sent to it in PR. Like, I've never seen many people buy that shit because, first of all, who is her target audience? Who is she selling this to? I don't know nobody who's willing to spend hundreds of dollars on one eyeshadow palette. One eyeshadow palette I'm gonna spend $150 on? One eyeshadow palette? Girl, bye. You can take that and go somewhere with that. Because $100-something for an eyeshadow palette, girl, bye. No. Like, how did you come to your investors or your chemist and be like, I want this palette with this, that, and the third, and I'm going to sell it for this much? Like, who agreed to that price? Like, $100-something, who agreed to that? Girl, no. And then the last thing on my anti-haul is the Tarte stick foundations. I'm literally only saying I will not buy them simply because Tarte does not make shades for darker complexions, and that really pisses me off because I always hear good stuff about Tarte's foundations, and it makes me so mad that I can't try them out because they don't make colors for my complexion. Like, I've tried their concealers because, you know, as far as highlighting, they make that, but I can't try their foundations. I couldn't try a concealer that would match my complexion because they don't make them. Like, Tarte only comes out with like 12 or something shades, and they don't really do a good job as far as like those in-between shades is when it comes to like the deeper and darker tones. And it's like, damn, I always hear so many good things about Tarte. Like, why don't y'all make these complexions for darker skin? Like, I'm not really, like, I've never really able to been try their bronzers or their contour palette that they just had not too long ago, or their highlighters. Like, as far as skin, I feel like their stuff is probably good, but I just can't try it because they don't make anything flattering to my complexion. So if Tarte was to make some foundations for my complexion, then I would be all over for it. But I've never been able to try a Tarte foundation. Like, I've never been able to try it, and that really sucks because I always hear good shit about it. Like, I always see good ass reviews, and I'm like, damn, when y'all gonna realize that us, the chocolate girls, are, we wear makeup too, okay? We wear makeup too. So it would be helpful if y'all joined in on the wave and made something for us, because we want to try y'all stuff too. Like, we want to try y'all stuff, but I don't get it, Tarte. So y'all they just need to make, you know, they just need to work on those in between shades, you know, on whitening, you know, their darker tones. Like that's really upsetting to me because I want to try Tarte stuff. Like, so yeah. With that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed my auntie haul. I might do this more often. I don't feel like I said anything negative, like that's like degrading a brand, other than talking about Jeffree Star. But y'all get where I'm at. Like, y'all get where I'm at when it comes to him. Okay. So if you guys enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up. If you want more of these in the future, definitely let me know. But it'll probably be like later on in the future. Like, a couple of stuff got to come out to see if I'm gonna fuck with it or not. But yeah, follow me on all my social media. It's always in the description box. And yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. So peace.